Today I'm just going to be talking about a book that I basically recently finished reading called Dear Martin by Nick Stone. This was a reread. I reread it only because I wanted to listen to the audiobook and it was available on Sora. Because the audiobook was recommended to me, I think the audiobook was pretty good, but I'm just going to be talking about it. This hopefully won't be too long. I barely have any notes. Just this amount. I wrote on my phone the date that I started it on, but somehow that got deleted, so I have no idea. But I know it was fairly close to now. I don't think it took me that long to read, but I know I finished it on March 12th, which was last Saturday. I want to say maybe like Wednesday or something I started it. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I guess it was probably, I know I started it like on a like late night. I feel like it may have been Wednesday or Thursday night. I started reading it like during the night, like right before I went to bed. I think it was Wednesday or Thursday of last week. Anyway, I really like this book. It was all my favorite books. Honestly, I can't find any problems with it. I'm just gonna start reading my notes. So the first thing that I noted down was apparently one of the characters there, they had to do blackface as an elementary school, which is as an elementary schooler, which is crazy and like messed up. But yeah, that was yeah. The way the tone of this book is so distinct. It's like so casual. And I literally said, okay, I legit forgot this was in third person there for a second. It just like the way that it's written. I'm pretty sure I forgot twice that it was literally in third person because it feels so personal, like you're reading about him. I mean, you are, but it seems like you're friends with him, kind of. And then they just randomly mentioned that Manny plays basketball in like one chapter, and it literally, I'm pretty sure, never came back in the book. So it's really, really random, and I don't think that detail was like necessary. Like it didn't do anything for the plot. I guess he like discussed quitting basketball because he doesn't really like it, even though he's good at it. But yeah. A quote, people often learn more from getting an undeserved pass than they would from being punished. I think that's sometimes true, but I also think it's good to expose people the first time they do something wrong. And I said it's kind of iconic how aware this book is because I don't like the word woke. I don't like saying the word woke, but when I'm talking about aware, I'm talking about like justice, like 2 or 3 times in the book. He says like, he evaluates the situations he's in and like what he's thinking, and he realizes that he's like just as bad as everybody else. Like for example, when he's going to the house of like a gang, he's like worried and like hides away his valuables or doesn't bring his valuables with him. So yeah, yeah. Then another quote, it's a little overwhelming, all this love. Sometimes I feel like that, but yeah. I also feel like this would be a good movie too. Of course, a movie about police brutality is obviously The Hate You Give. But honestly, I mean, I feel like this is better than The Hate You Give. It's more accessible in terms of the language. Actually not really. But like it's short and it's sweet and it's like it's straightforward and I just like it. I like it more. I do. And I haven't even finished The Hate You Give. That's probably the longest book it's taken me to read for Spyround Speculation. I still haven't finished it, and I started it in December of last year, so I'll have to get onto that. I'm not gonna turn to the page, but on 171 on the paperback, they missed like a sentence in the audiobook. When they were reading the audiobook, they forgot like a sentence. Not that big a video, but cool. Some of the dialogue is in a script format, makes it more interesting in a way by simplifying it. Yeah, like some of the dialogue is just like this person, then colon, and then it says what the person said. I really fret about like dialogue tags and all that, so maybe I'll do that in my book. I wish we had a little more time with the mom and Justice. We understand that the mom doesn't want Justice dating a Caucasian girl, or I guess anybody outside of his race, but like we don't really understand why, besides like obviously her, I guess. I'm busy. Yes, I'm sorry, I'll come to you. Yeah, I'll come to you. I guess like her principles that she grew up with, but yeah. I mean, if I'm attracted to the person, it's probably not gonna, their race isn't gonna be that much of a factor. I'm attached to the personality, not the race. Yeah. Another quote, he laughs and she smiles, and for a moment everything's fine. Of course, it doesn't last. This is talking about, I believe her initials are SJ, maybe? SJ and Justice, who are like our main love interest. They're okay. They're okay. I feel like I liked them a bit the first time I read it, but they're still alright. Another quote. I can't not notice when someone is eyeing me like I'm less than, and at this point my mind automatically goes to race. Haha, me too, Justice. It's much easier to blame them than my own personality. Not that that's where you stand, and I'm talking to an imaginary character. See, I'm aware of this stuff, but yeah, it's much easier to blame race, so that's what we do. And then my last note is just I finished March 12th. I don't want to take as many notes as I have in the past because I feel like that just kind of makes the reading experience a little less interesting because like that means I just have to not look forward to videotaping myself reading notes and being boring. So let's say, yeah, when I'll make an announcement. I'm gonna try to make Spiral Speculation episodes for now on 10 minutes or less. I think that's a good goal because, first of all, nobody wants to hear about a book for like as long as I've been recording, like 39 minutes, I believe is my high score. So yeah, I'll try to do that. And then on Sunday, the day after I finished Dear Martin, I started this book called Dear Justice, which is about another character that was mentioned in Dear Martin named Quan. I haven't read it in a few days, but I like it so far. It's like I just started it. I'm on page 39 out of 264. And yeah, I'm literally reading so many books right now. Not that you care, but like, I actually finished another book today. Why not? I'll say it now instead of making it short. I read a book called Funny Don't Look Autistic. I don't really have that much to say about it. I'm literally reading Dear Justice, Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, another book that I'll tell you about after I finish it, Macbeth, and The Hate You Give right now. So lots of books. I'm kind of like switch watching through them. Like, yeah. I think that's it. Okay. What will I remember this book for? Honestly, probably the tone. It's just such a casual and cool and iconic tone. Unlike anything I've ever read before. Out of 10. Like 9, 10. It's like, besides the basketball thing, like this book is literally perfect. And it's like a kind of crazy plot twist, NGL. And yeah, I recommend it. I recommend it. 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10. I guess I'll give it a 9 out of 10. I mean, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. The thing is, you have to remember, is even if I give a book a high rating, that doesn't mean I love it or I like it. Maybe it's just subjectively good. Maybe it's a good story, but that doesn't mean I'm like, I love it so much. Yeah. And I think that falls into this category. But maybe, who knows, maybe I like the sequel a little bit better, Dear Justice, and maybe that'll get a 10 out of 10 as well, and I'll actually love it. We'll see. But right now, I'm going to film the short of me talking about Funny Don't Look Autistic. Thanks for joining in. I'll see you in the next one. Happy night to you.